Okay, good to see everybody. Second day of practice. It was good that it cooled off a little bit, and our guys pushed through it really well. We were practicing fast at the end. I feel like we're in really good shape as a football team, so we're getting a lot of work done very, very quickly. You know, it's a really fast tempo out there, so all positive, and we're excited about coming back out tomorrow. Okay. What do you got? See, it was just up here yesterday. That's what I figured. There wouldn't be any questions today.
John, let me back up with one with Perryman. A lot of guys have been talking about the drops and everything, but I saw a lot of good catches out there. Is it?
Right.
Do you think there's too much attention paid to the negative, and have you been impressed with some of the catches he's made?
Right. Well, I mean, you're right, David. There's always going to be scrutiny, especially on the first-round pick. But he's made a bunch of catches out here, really phenomenal catches. Made a lot of plays. That 9 route today that you saw, that he went and chased down, was really a great play. So, you know, that's one of the great things about the way we practice and the way that we want to challenge these guys is we try to do everything as much as we can, game speed or faster. So we want to build our execution into the tempo of the practice. So there are going to be things where it just overwhelms them. There's going to be times where they get tired. I think it hit Darren Waller today about the, you know, early second part of practice where he just got tired, you know, and had a couple drops in there. So, you know, if that wasn't happening, then we wouldn't be pushing him hard enough. So we want to challenge him as much as we can and push the envelope.
On the other side of those guys are the guys covering them. Of course, that's gotten a lot of scrutiny the last season plus. How do you think the cover fellas are handling things?
Well, I think it's the same thing. They're having a lot of good plays, and they're having plays where they're being challenged by the speed and by the route combinations and those kind of things. But they're getting their hands, you know, as much as they can within the rules on people. They're trying to shadow tight as they can. You know, the rules don't favor the defensive backs in this camp, but that makes it tough for them. It's like we say, put your ankle weights on. That's okay, and work through it. And I'm pleased. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but pretty excited about our secondary right now.
John, Kendrick Lewis, the guy who, you know, has been in the league but hasn't been here, and, you know, how's he adjusting to your scheme and what you see?
Right. Yeah, Kendrick's done a really good job, Cliff. I mean, I think he's a football player. You know, he's quiet. He doesn't say much, but he comes out and takes care of his business. He really understands the game, makes plays, always in the right place. It'll be fun to see when the pads come on how he plays, but he's done a really nice job.
I see your brother's doing camps across the country. Just what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on my brother's camps across the country. I like that question. I think he's spot on. I think he's right on. You know, it's America. Isn't that what he said today? You know, in our America, we're allowed to cross state lines. Right. But think about it. I mean, what you're talking about, what are we arguing against? You know, an opportunity for young athletes to take a look at colleges from other parts of the country, especially those that aren't in socioeconomic kind of situation where they can travel all over the country with their parents and look at schools. I mean, it's great. I can take my daughter to any country, any school in the country and look at the campus and talk to the coaches and get some exposure for her. How many people get a chance to do that? So if we're arguing against that, we're arguing against America, you know?
Coldest speech.
Coach, Darius Webb looked very good out there. He's moving very well.
Excuse me, who's that?
Darius Webb.
Yeah.
Looked really good out there. Like you tell, he's moving very well. Right. But tell me about his process during the off season coming to camp.
You know, I think Webb, he looks good. All I know is what I see right now. You know, he came out and he looks to me like he's in shape. His feet look really good. You know, he's moving his feet. He's changing direction. Better today than yesterday, which is to be expected. I mean, he hasn't been in the OTAs, so, you know, the football movement stuff is going to be new for him. But as good as could be expected, and he looks good, so it's a plus.
John, I know nothing's set in stone, but how important is it to have continuity along the offensive line with, you know, not just the stars, also a couple of guys who played a lot of big snaps for you last year too?
Well, it's pretty unusual, I guess, in today's football to have your whole offensive line back plus your backups. You know, and we got some competition for the spots to make the team, and they're all good players. So it's a big time blessing. You know, it's something that should help us be a really good football team. It's unusual.
John, you said a couple of months ago you thought this could be a big year for Marlon Brown. Is that a matter of the work you've seen from him? Is it a matter of the opportunity he'll have? I mean, both.
Both. I would say the work, as you put it, and the opportunity. It's a matter of both those things. It's also a matter of his talent and ability. You know, he's just a really gifted player. You know, like I said, I've got high hopes for him. I really want to see him break out. He and I had a conversation about that just today. You know, it's time for him to step up and become, you know, what he's capable of doing, and he's very determined to do that.
Good.
All set? Great, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.